So guys, mark this in your register. This is next chapter. Now guys, listen to me carefully, very carefully, because it is very new from what we have done so far. It is totally different from what we have done, right? You know that every business does its many transactions through bank, especially bigger businesses, where the amount of each transaction is bigger. It's in thousands or in lakhs. And to transact such an amount in cash is very risky, right? And therefore, most of the businesses they do such transactions through bank. So they make payment through bank by issuing a check. They receive payment through bank by collecting check or any other banking instrument. Am I clear? So for the transactions which a business does through its bank or with its bank, we also do some transactions with our bank, like we deposit money into bank. It's purely a transaction between us and our bank. We withdraw money from bank. Bank charges us some charges for checkbook, for outstation clearance of checks, right? For check dishonor, right? In case we have taken loan from bank, that is also a transaction only between us and our bank. And on such loan, bank also charges interest. So these are some transactions which are exclusively between us and our bank. And apart, we also do transactions with our customers and suppliers and other parties through bank. For that, in our books, we maintain either bank account in ledger or we make bank book. That is double or triple column cash book, right? At the same time, bank also records these transactions in its own books. I hope you are getting my point, guys. So in bank's ledger, you have numerous accounts because every bank has numerous customers. Who are the customers of bank? Both those who deposit their money and those who take loan from bank. They both are their customers. And from each bank or from one single branch of a bank, in one single branch of a bank, there are numerous customers. So for every customer, bank prepares a separate ledger account. I hope guys you all have heard, you all have listened whatsoever I explained you so far, right? Manvi, Aryan, Ashutosh and Yash.
So, yes, sir.
Okay. So whatsoever transactions we do with our bank and through our bank, for that we make in our books, in our business books, either bank account and ledger or double or triple column cash book, in which we have separate bank column. The same way bank also makes our account in its own ledger, right? At the end of a particular period, let's say at the end of every week or every fortnight or every month at least, we match the balance of bank, what we have in our books, with what the balance is in the bank's books. Have you got me? And the two balances, one in our book, you may call it cash book, and one in bank's book may not be same. Now, how do we get to know how bank has recorded the transactions with us? For that, bank give us bank statement. We can also download that statement online from bank site in case we have net banking facility with the bank. Now, the balance in bank's book and the balance in our cash book may be different. And for such difference, we need to make a statement which is called a bank reconciliation statement. So bank reconciliation statement is mainly prepared by businesses Banks have nothing to do with that. Every business has to make bank reconciliation statement at least at the end of every month, right? To match why the two balances of bank, one in cash book and one in bank book, are different from each other. I hope you have got this, guys, or not. If we do not make, then our bank may do the extreme cheaters. Suppose in our cash book the balance is 1,20,000. You never see your bank statement, right? You, because if you see, you have to match it. You will have otherwise lot of curiosity why the balance is different in bank's book. And in bank's book, the your balance is 80,000. Your book it is 120. So it means you are showing, your books are showing that you have to collect how much from the bank? 120. You have right to collect 120, but bank says no, we have to pay you only 80. Obviously, you cannot, after knowing this, you cannot sit peacefully. Correct or not? Bank will say that you will definitely go to bank and will ask why the balance is less in your books. I claim 120, but you are saying that I can take only 80,000 from you. So bank will say you take the statement and do whatsoever you want to do. We are absolutely correct because we do not work here manually. Our software work. So in that case, you have to match the two balances to know why the difference is there. Understood now? Now, in case you do not do so, in case you do not check even your bank statement, right? And somehow bank people get to know that you do not do so. You never go to them and ask them why the balance is different, right? Then bank may take out money from your account. So bank reconciliation statement is mainly prepared not to allow bank to cheat with us. But the other reason is also to know why there is a difference between the two balances. I hope those who are online have understood this. Yes or no, guys? Manvi, have you got this? Manvi, Aryan, Ashutosh, and Yash.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aryan, have you got this? Aryan and Manvi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, Manvi, be attentive. It is a little difficult chapter. It is not as easy as we uh, have it in the previous chapters, right? So, bank reconciliation statement is actually a bridge between two balances. It's actually a bridge between two balances. From one balance, it may be either cash book balance or bank statement balance, we reach the other end. And in this bridge, we get to know why there is a difference. I hope you all have got this, guys, right? So I am writing about that only, guys. And after that, you first need to understand why the two balances remain different. I hope you have got this. Yes or no? All.
Yes.
Guys, one more thing you must understand that the balance as per cash book and balance as per bank statement have different signs. If our cash book reflects debit balance of bank, then bank statement will show credit balance of bank. A debit balance in our cash book means we that much of amount we have to collect from the bank, and the same amount the bank has to pay to us, and that is why bank records or bank statement will show it as a credit balance. Because for bank, we are a creditor. Am I clear? And vice versa. It may be other way around also, guys. If our cash book shows credit balance, it means we have to pay that much to the bank. It means it is either a loan account or an overdraft account. And in that case, the bank statement will reflect debit balance. Means in that case, we will be a debtor to the bank. Have you got this? Manvi, Yash, Ashutosh, and Aryan.
Yes.
Right. So, guys, why BRS must be made, that also I have mentioned here. Just to keep an eye on your bank as how bank is recording the transactions. So that the bank could not misappropriate your money. I hope you have got this, guys. And you should keep a continuous watch. That is what a wise businessman does. You should not check your bank balance only at the end of every month, right? But you should keep on checking it in every other 3, 4 days. Because if you check it at the end of a month, bank The banker has a chance to misappropriate your money for some days. Are you getting my point? Because banker has good experience. He knows how you deal with your bank balance. He understands, for example, that you always maintain balance of 50,000 in your bank account. Always there is balance of 50,000. Never lesser than 50,000. Then he can misappropriate 20, 30,000 every month. How? At the beginning of the month, he will take out 20,000 from your account and will lend it out somewhere at an interest. At an interest. And before you check at the end of the month your balance, again deposit the same in your bank. You are also happy, banker is also happy. That got my point? Until whomsoever he lends pays back that money. The day whom your banker lends your money does not repay it, there is no problem. There won't be any problem with you. I hope guys you are understanding, right or not? Yash, Manvi, Ashutosh, and Aryan.
Yes, sir.
Others, have you got this?
Yes, sir.
Now, guys, one more thing you must
Sir, no doubt.
understand. Yes,
सर इफ द बैंकर इज अनेबल टू पे द दो मतलब वो सर उसने पैसा लिया ना 30,000 एक तो फर्स्ट मंथ और अगर वो नहीं दे पाया एंड में और हमने बैंक बैलेंस देखा कि 50,000 का 20,000 हो गया तो वो कितना मतलब वो लॉस
बैंकर
होगा
को
क्या मतलब
बैंकर को अपनी जेब से पैसे भरने पड़ेंगे जिस बैंकर ने भी मिस अप्रोप्रिएट किया है। वहां पे बैंक का जो भी एम्प्लॉय है अगर उसने मिस अप्रोप्रिएट किया है तो उसको अपनी जेब से भरने पड़ेंगे। लेकिन आपको अब एक चीज और बता दूं, आजकल सारे प्राइवेट बैंक्स में और सारे नेशनलाइज्ड जो गवर्नमेंट के बैंक है, चाहे वो यूनियन बैंक हो, स्टेट बैंक हो, पीएनबी हो, इन सब में सॉफ्टवेयर्स हैं। तो कोई भी बैंकर अपने यूजुअली ऐसा नहीं कर सकता। अगर उसने आपको स्लिप दी है या एक्नॉलेज किया है कि आपके अकाउंट में 50,000 जमा हो गए तो उसको करने ही पड़ेंगे जमा, राइट? लेकिन अभी भी कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स में ये सिस्टम नहीं है। कुछ में है, कुछ में नहीं है। सो वी शुड बी अवे फ्रॉम कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स। 2 years back one bank failed in Mumbai, Punjab and Sindh Bank. That was a cooperative bank and many people lost huge savings of theirs. So you should be dealing with private banks, well-known private banks and nationalized banks. And mostly we should try to deal with nationalized banks because they are run and governed by governments, right?
यस सर
BRS has nothing to do with banks. So sometimes, for example, if you go to a bank with your BRS and say that, see, these are the reasons why there is difference, they will throw it out. उनको कोई मतलब नहीं आपके बीआरएस से, उनका काम है बैंक स्टेटमेंट आपको देना। वो भी आजकल मैन्युअली देने की जरूरत नहीं, ऑनलाइन आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो उसको। आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड गाइस। सो बीआरएस इज प्योरली एन इंटरनल डॉक्यूमेंट ऑफ बिजनेसेस। हैव यू गॉट मी ऑल?